Welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Wednesday, where I'm going to break down and explain a wholesaling or house flipping concept, definition, technique, or strategy to help you become a better investor. On today's video, we're going to cover why is it better to flip houses without money. Coming up.
The Real Estate Funding Kit is out now. Learn how to get 100% funding for all your deals without dealing with the banks. Claim your free copy at myfundingkit.com.
If you're new here to the channel, I'm Jerry Norton with flippingmastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss new videos. And be sure to stay to the end of this video because I'll share additional resources and videos to really help you understand and go even deeper on this topic, as well as resources to help you take action and implement what you've learned. So in today's topic, we're going to be talking about why it's better to flip houses without money. And let me kind of lay the context of what I'm talking about here. When it comes to flipping houses, especially fix and flip, where you're going to buy a property, you're going to put money into fixing it up, and then you're going to turn around and resell it to a retail buyer on the open market for top dollar, that requires capital, it requires funding to buy the property and funding to fix it up. That total capital outlay on the deal is an investment into the deal. Ideally, then you flip it for significantly more than your total capital. And after all of your expenses and costs, you net out a profit. That's fix and flip. Even with wholesaling, you can put money into wholesaling in the form of advertisements, in the form of marketing for lead generation and tools and resources. And all of that can be great. And some of that's necessary to really kind of get the business going. But kind of what I want to talk about here is this idea of coming into the business and being able to learn how to make money with no money, or at least little money invested into the business. And I believe in the beginning, all investors should learn how to do this. In fact, if you've got capital that you can put into deals, I advise you don't do that. And instead, you learn how to do the business, learn how to do deals with zero of your own money into the deals. So let's kind of talk about that a little bit and explore that idea. It's possible when doing fix and flip deals to raise money to buy the property and raise money to fix up the property to where you have zero money into the deal. And what that allows you to do, it allows you to really get creative. It allows you to go out there and learn how to raise capital. Nothing is more important in this business than learning how to raise money. If you don't learn how to raise money, then you're going to be limited on how fast and how well you grow the business. Now, a lot of people start in real estate with flipping at wholesaling. Wholesaling is a very low barrier to entry. It's very low risk. If you do it right, you don't need any money because you're not buying the properties. You're essentially getting the contracts with sellers and then flipping or assigning those contracts to new investors. If you do that right, then you're not investing capital or borrowing capital into those deals. But most investors want to continue to grow their real estate business and not just continue to do wholesaling. Some do, that's fine if that's you, if you want to just do, more wholesale deals or bigger wholesale deals. But I believe in the path I took was I started with wholesaling. As I got really good at that, I realized that there were some really good home run deals, I call them, that I shouldn't pass off to other investors, and instead I should keep those deals, get the funding, do the renovations myself, and flip it and make the 60, 70, six-figure, 100,000. Now I do deals that are multi-$100,000 profit deals. And so instead of passing off those deals to other investors, wholesaling, I'm able to then do those big deals. Now, I'm very selective about which deals I do. I don't want to take on a fix and flip, do the capital, do the management, the oversight, the funding, all of that, unless it's going to be a profitable deal, significantly profitable deal. But a big part of my success in my business, the growth I've had over 15 years, is getting good at raising money. And to this day, I do multi-million-dollar deals with not a penny of my own money into the deal. And the reason why is because in the very beginning, I learned how to flip houses with no money. I learned what a good deal looked like. I learned how to go present those deals to money investors that would then give me the capital to do those deals. And I'm going to do more videos, and I've got lots of videos here on the channel. Stay to the end. I'll give some resources about exactly how to get 100% funding on deals. But think about this. Imagine going into a fix and flip deal where you're going to buy the property for, let's say, $150,000. You're going to put $50,000 into the rehab. So you need $200,000 total to be able to do that deal. And then imagine going out to outside sources that give you that money. Maybe it's a combination of a couple different funding sources, but you go raise all $200,000 to do the deal. None of your own money in the deal. And then 6 months later, you fix it up. 6 months later, you put it on the open market, you find a buyer, you sell it, and you make $50,000. You just made $50,000 on, and so what's your return on investment? Well, if you have zero money into the deal, it's infinite, right? You have an infinite return on money because you didn't put any money into the deal. You raised all of the capital. You factored in, we call that carrying cost. You factored into the deal the cost of borrowing that money, but you did a deal with no money. So if you can come into this business, if you're new to this business or if you're already in this business, don't think that you have to have all this capital. You don't think you have to have your own money saved up to be able to get into this business. You don't. You can do this business without any money. Now let's take that same idea and apply it to wholesaling. I have a wholesaling client that I work with, a consulting client, and I do high-level coaching with him. He's in my mentor program where I actually help him build the business, a six-figure business. By the way, if you want to check that out, just go to fasttrackwithjerry.com. But he came into the business brand new, and he brought $20,000, and he immediately, this is before we started working together, he immediately invested that money into the business as a brand new investor. And that $20,000 was used in all the wrong ways. He didn't quite understand what was the best place to spend that money. He just dumped it into marketing and wasn't ready for the leads that would come in, wasn't able to maximize on the benefits or the outcome of what that money did. And it ended up being a not real good return on investment. It didn't end up being a very smart use of $20,000. And so when I started working with him, I said, stop putting any money into the business. Let me show you some strategies to start with that you can get good at where you don't need to spend any money on marketing. Get good at finding the leads without money. Get good at negotiating, getting contracts, finding cash buyers. There's ways to do all of that with wholesaling without investing any money. You learn those strategies, you get good at those strategies. Now you've got some experience, you understand a lot of things. Now you're ready to go to the next level and start reinvesting or investing some money into growing the business. You do that too early and it's not going to be a good use of money. And I see this time and again where investors spend money too early without really knowing how to use that money to the best of their benefit in the business and to maximize that return on investment for that money. Okay, thank you for joining me in this video. Let me share with you some additional resources to really help you take this concept of flipping houses and wholesaling houses without any money to a whole new level. I put together a resource called myfundingkit.com. If you go there, what you'll see is all of these resources that I put together that will help you raise capital so that you don't have to use any of your own money. Everything from private lending, creative financing, hard money, contractor packs, a guide, training kits, all of these resources. If you print this out, then you'll have all of this ready at your disposal. And what that'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to really take this idea of getting out there, raising the money for doing deals so that you don't have any of your own money into the deal. And this is a free resource. This is years and years of my experience put together into this kit. Again, go to myfundingkit.com. You can download that and have those resources all for free. And I've also got a few videos that I'll reference. I'll put these links in the description below, but I've got a video about how to flip houses with 100% funding. I go into more detail about combining different funding sources to get to that 100%. So I'll put that video in the description box below. And another video I think that'd be really helpful is how to wholesale houses even if you're homeless. Now, this is a great video I put together where I actually break down how to start doing wholesale deals with not a penny invested into the deals or into the business. So both those videos, one for flipping, one for wholesaling. Again, I'll put those in the description box below so you can reference those. And guys, thank you for joining me on this video. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. This is the fastest growing channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping. So be sure to do that. And remember, it's not about the money, it's about having the time and freedom to have, be, do, and give everything God has in store for you. That's really what it's all about. And I'll see you on the next video.